Marc de Gras is provisional pole. Marc de Gras is P1. David Zahn ahead, is off pace. Brian Story ahead, is off pace. Jonathan Cuppett is P11. Jonathan Cuppett improved is P10. Santiago Ocampo is P13. Chuck Carter is P14. Ian Jolicoeur is provisional pole. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Gary Roth is P15. Lou Mascarelli ahead, is off pace. Santiago Ocampo is P18. Santiago Ocampo improved is P18. Sam Rolfe ahead, is off pace. David Zahn is P19. Mateo Mejia ahead, is off pace. Gregory Myers is P21. Omar Gomez is P23. Sergio Calderon ahead is off pace. Santiago Ocampo ahead is off pace. Matt Taylor ahead is off pace. Sergio Calderon is P24. Jake Feemster ahead is off pace. Lou Mascarelli is P26. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Mark DeGraw is provisional pole. Mark DeGraw is P1. Ian Jolicoeur is P2. David Zahn ahead is off pace. Kevin Lekmansky is P3. Martin Smith is P5. Jake Feemster is P6. Kevin Lekmansky ahead is off pace. Sam Rolfe ahead is off pace. Ziggy Chiordia ahead is off pace. John Houston is P7. Lou Mascarelli ahead is off pace. Chris Moses is P8. Mark DeGraw ahead is off pace. Matteo Magia is P9. Aaron Parsons is P11. Sam Rolfe is P12. John Wathen is P14. Jonathan Cuppett is P15. Sam Rolfe ahead is off pace. Jonathan Cuppett improved is P11. David Zahn is P17. Ian Jolicoeur ahead is off pace. Chuck Carter is P18. Brian Story is P22. Matt Taylor is provisional pole. Matt Taylor is P1. Matteo Magia ahead is off pace. Sergio Calderon is P23. Aaron Parsons ahead is off pace. Omar Gomez is P24. David Rowley is P26. David Zahn ahead is off pace. Kevin Miller ahead is off pace. Ian Jolicor is provisional pole. Ian Jolicor is P1. Philippe Gill ahead is off pace. Matt Taylor is P2. Mark DeGraw is P3. Kevin Lekmansky is P4. Philippe Gill is P6. Sam Rolfe ahead is off pace. Matt Taylor is provisional pole. Matt Taylor is P1. Omar Gomez, ahead, is off pace. Chris Moses is P9. Chris Moses, improved, is P7. Matt Taylor, ahead, is off pace. Mark DeGraw is provisional pole. Mark DeGraw is P1. Matt Taylor, ahead, is off pace. Race start. Jake Feemster is P6. Matt Taylor is P8. Kevin Lekmansky is P10. Matt Taylor is P8 on alternates. Mark DeGraw is P3. Kevin Miller is pitting, is P1. Kevin Miller is P1. Mark DeGraw is P1. Ian Jolicoeur is P3 on primaries. Iggy Chiordia is pitting, is P24. Kevin Lekmansky is P4, chasing Ian Jolicoeur. Iggy Chiordia is P25 on primaries. Aaron Parsons is P6, fending off Chris Moses. Matt Taylor is P2 on alternates, chasing Mark DeGraw. Lou Mascarelli is P14 on alternates, battling Martin Smith. Chuck Carter is pitting after 2 laps on primaries, is P24. David Rowley is P20 on primaries, battling Philippe Gill. David Zahn is P10 on alternates, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Matt Taylor is P2 on alternates, chasing Mark DeGraw. Kevin Lekmansky is P4 on alternates, chasing Ian Jolicoeur. Matt Taylor is P2 on alternates, chasing Mark DeGraw. Sam Rolfe is pitting after 4 laps on alternates, is P19. Lou Mascarelli is P14, ahead of Omar Gomez. David Zahn is P10 on alternates, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Martin Smith is P15 on primaries, chasing Omar Gomez. David Rowley is pitting after 5 laps on primaries, is P18. Jonathan Cuppet is P9 on alternates, chasing John Wathen. David Zahn is P10 on alternates, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Kevin Lekmansky is P4 on alternates, following Ian Jolicoeur. David Zahn is P10 on alternates, chasing John Wathen. Jake Feemster is P16 on alternates, chasing Lou Mascarelli. David Zahn is P10 on alternates, chasing John Wathen. Omar Gomez is P17 on primaries, following Jake Feemster. Jake Feemster ahead is off pace. Omar Gomez is pitting after 8 laps. On primaries is P17. Martin Smith is P14. Chasing Philippe Gill. Jake Feemster is pitting after 8 laps. On alternates is P21. Omar Gomez is P23 on primaries. Martin Smith is P14 on primaries, chasing Philippe Gill. David Zahn is P10 on alternates, chasing John Wathen. Sam Rolfe is P21 on primaries, following Iggy Chiordia. Martin Smith is P13 on primaries, chasing Brian Story. Lou Mascarelli is pitting after 10 laps. On alternates is P16. Lou Mascarelli is P19 on alternates, trailing Sergio Calderon. John Houston is pitting after 11 laps. On alternates is P5. Aaron Parsons is pitting after 11 laps. On alternates is P7. Sam Rolfe is P19 on primaries, chasing Iggy Chiordia. John Wathen is P7 on primaries, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Jonathan Cuppet is P7 on alternates, following John Wathen. Chris Moses is P5 on primaries. David Zahn is P8 on alternates, chasing Jonathan Cuppet. Gregory Myers is pitting after 13 laps on alternates, is P11. Jonathan Cuppet is pitting after 14 laps on alternates, is P8. John Houston is P8. Brian Story is pitting after 14 laps on alternates, is P15. Jonathan Cuppet is P11, following Martin Smith. Matt Taylor is pitting after 15 laps on alternates, is P2. Mateo Mejia is P14 on primaries, chasing Gregory Myers. David Zahn is pitting after 15 laps on alternates, is P7. Chris Moses is P5 on primaries, chasing Matt Taylor. Philippe Gill is pitting after 15 laps on alternates, is P12. Mark DeGraw is pitting after 16 laps on alternates, is P1. Ian Jolicoeur is P1. Chris Moses is P5, chasing Matt Taylor. Kevin Lekmansky is pitting after 16 laps on alternates, is P4. Mateo Mejia is P13 on primaries, chasing Gregory Myers. Gregory Myers is P13, battling Mateo Mejia. Gary Ross is P18 on alternates, chasing Brian Story. Iggy Chiordia is P22 on primaries, chasing Omar Gomez. Sergio Calderon ahead is off pace. Chris Moses is pitting after 18 laps on primaries, is P4. Sergio Calderon is P23 on primaries, following Lou Mascarelli. Brian Story is P17 on primaries, chasing Santiago Ocampo. Mateo Mejia is pitting after 18 laps on primaries, is P13. Santiago Ocampo is pitting after 18 laps on primaries, is P18. Gary Ross is P17 on alternates, following Brian Story. Mateo Mejia ahead is off pace. Iggy Chiordia is pitting after 17 laps on primaries, is P23. Brian Story is P15, ahead of Gary Roth. John Wathen is pitting after 20 laps on primaries, is P4. John Wathen is P6 on alternates, far in front of Chris Moses. Brian Story is P17 on primaries. Chasing Matteo Magia, Ian Jolicoeur is pitting after 21 laps on primaries is P1. Sergio Calderon is pitting after 19 laps on primaries is P22. Mark DeGraw is P1. Matt Taylor is P1 on primaries. Ahead of Mark DeGraw, Chuck Carter is pitting after 17 laps on primaries is P23. Brian Story is P16. Fending off Matteo Magia. Chuck Carter is P24. On alternates, trailing Iggy Chiordia, Martin Smith is pitting after 21 laps on primaries is P9. John Wathen ahead is off pace. David Zahn is P9. Following John Wathen. Gary Roth is pitting after 21 laps on alternates is P15. Ian Jolicoeur is P3. Chasing Mark DeGraw. Mark DeGraw is P3 on primaries. Chasing Ian Jolicoeur. Santiago Ocampo is P15 on alternates, fending off Jake Feemster. Chris Moses is P6 on primaries, far in front of Aaron Parsons. David Zahn is P9 on alternates, following John Wathen. Jake Feemster is P18 on primaries, chasing Omar Gomez. Sam Rolfe is pitting after 20 laps on primaries, is P14. Omar Gomez is P18, fending off Gary Roth. Chuck Carter is P23 on alternates, following Sergio Calderon. David Zahn ahead is off pace. Philippe Gill is P13 on primaries, following Gregory Myers. Gary Roth is P19 on alternates, chasing Omar Gomez. Jake Feemster ahead is off pace. Jonathan Cuppet ahead is off pace. Mateo Mejia is pitting after 7 laps on alternates, is P16. Jake Feemster is pitting after 17 laps on primaries, is P19. Philippe Gill is P11, chasing Gregory Myers. Jonathan Cuppet is pitting after 12 laps on alternates, is P12. Gary Roth is P14 on alternates, ahead of Jonathan Cuppet. Philippe Gill is P11 on primaries, chasing Gregory Myers. Omar Gomez is pitting after 19 laps on primaries, his P16. John Houston is pitting after 18 laps on primaries, his P4. Gregory Myers ahead is off pace. Gregory Myers ahead is off pace. Lou Mascarelli is pitting after 17 laps on alternates, his P20. Iggy Chiordia is P19. Aaron Parsons is P7 on primaries, following John Houston. Gregory Myers is pitting after 16 laps on primaries, his P11. John Wathen is P8 on alternates, following Aaron Parsons. Aaron Parsons is pitting after 19 laps on primaries, his P8. Aaron Parsons is P12 on primaries. Mark DeGraw is pitting after 15 laps on primaries, his P3. Kevin Lekmansky is pitting after 15 laps on alternates, his P4. Kevin Lekmansky is P6 on primaries, ahead of John Wathen. Chuck Carter is pitting after 10 laps on alternates, his P20. Matt Taylor is pitting after 17 laps on primaries, his P1. Ian Jolicor is P1. Jonathan Cuppett is P15, chasing Gary Roth. Mateo Mejia is pitting after 5 laps on alternates, his P16. Lou Mascarelli is P21, ahead of Chuck Carter. Jonathan Cuppet is P15 on primaries, chasing Gary Roth. Philippe Gill is P10 on primaries. Martin Smith is pitting after 12 laps on alternates is P8. Ian Jolicoeur is pitting after 13 laps on alternates is P1. Mark DeGraaf is P2. Philippe Gill ahead is off pace. Jonathan Cuppet is P15 on primaries, chasing Gary Roth. John Wathen is pitting after 14 laps on alternates is P5. Matt Taylor ahead is off pace. Chuck Carter is P21, chasing Lou Mascarelli. Jonathan Cuppet is P15 on primaries, following Gary Roth. Philippe Gill is pitting after 19 laps on primaries is P9.
Oh, there's a hotkey or something I gotta know. Damn. I'll have to look that up.
Chuck Carter is pitting after 3 laps on primaries is P21.
Right now, me and the announcer bot are talking over each other. Alright, give me a minute. I'll get this figured out.
Sergio Calderon is pitting after 13 laps on alternates is P22. Santiago Ocampo is pitting after 16 laps on alternates is P12. Chris Moses is pitting after 17 laps on primaries is P6. Aaron Parsons is P5.
Control F2.
Jonathan Cuppet is P15 on primaries, chasing Gary Roth.
So you'd think I would make that a button. Anyhow, my apologies to Jonathan Cuppet and Jake Feemster. Hopefully you can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself. I had a lapse of judgment after a lapse of controlling the car. Ended up in a very horrible place, and those guys ran into me. So, again, my apologies. Gary Roth is joining us tonight, and possibly this season. I think he's teaming up with Martin. And they are, I'm not sure what their team name is. I should bring that up on some sort of computing device so I can tell you guys what the team names are. But tonight, Ian Jolicoeur is kind of running away with this one, I think, unless there's a pit stop. that's causing him to look like he's farther ahead than he is. I'm sorry, I wasn't tracking all of that. I just got out of the race. Oh, there's Gregory Myers and his very fancy-looking taxi service, reborn with Gregory Myers and Sam Rolfe. Gregory doing a great job as usual, up in 11th place. And Rolfe looks like he's right behind him in 12th. So good jobs for those guys getting some points tonight. Yes, I'm looking up team names. It's good to see some familiar faces. 22 drivers still out there making a go of it. Not sure how many we started with. I think it was closer to 27. Oh, Mateo and Feemster. That's unfortunate. I don't know. I was half looking at my phone when that happened, so you'll have to forgive me. Can't lay blame to anyone. But I know Jake's had a rough night. Kind of got taken out on lap 1, and it's just been downhill ever since. And then, of course, technically, he hit me when I was sitting in the middle of the straightaway where I shouldn't have been. Actually, Cuppet hit me. But Matteo Mejia, I think, did a good job in qualifying, which we missed part of because I was busy fiddling with the race admin when I was supposed to be starting the broadcast, or the autocast, I should say. If anybody wants to live announce the broadcast, that'd be great. Let us know. Right now, I'm sort of filling in the gap with the Autobot, the Autocast, where the cameras and the announcing all happens. Oof, that looked painful for Santiago. That was rough. Channel Monday forums. So Mateo back in 18th. I think he's got pace to be much higher on the grid, but I'm sure a series of unfortunate events has led to 18th place. And Jake obviously should be driving much higher up the grid as well, and he's also had some bad run-ins. And it looks like Mateo got a little fidgety there. Uppity, possibly. Taking that spot, 17th spot from Jake. But this is our new season. We are in the RSS3, sort of lightly modded. Formula 3, F3, NAGP F3 car. Ooh, Santiago again. I don't feel like these cars are that difficult to drive, but any car, pushed to the limits, it will bite you. As will these. I feel bad that my race was going pretty well until tragedy struck. Somewhere right around the 10 lap mark on the alternates, which I think was sort of the danger zone with them. And it just didn't go my way. So let's see. It says Tom Traskell and Dale Ballweg are back this season. I don't know if I've seen Traskell on track tonight. Good to see those guys back in action. Philippe Gill and Matteo Mejia are Team Columbia 1. I think they might need a fancier name. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just making a suggestion. Martin Smith and Gary Roth are Wampabun Racing. Wampabun. I assume I'm saying that correctly. You guys can find me in the voice chat and let me know if that is not correct. Wampabun Racing. That may be a city I'm not aware of. Possibly a dance move or something of that nature. Philippe Gill in 9th place. So, I mean, Philippe is definitely capable of being a little bit higher up the grid on race nights. 9th place, nothing to sneeze at. There's definitely been some incidences this evening. He may or may not have been caught up in some of that. Hard to say. I've not seen a full race report. Omar Gomez running in 17th on lap 42, just outside the points. Maybe he can chase down Mateo, possibly. And Jake has left the server. I guess he finally said enough of this nonsense. John Wathen in 7th in that wonderfully styled High Life livery. Got to give it to him. It's looking good. I love it when somebody can bring some gold to the grid. The champagne of beers. Oh, sorry, that's Miller. Wait. It is High Life, right? I'm not making that up, am I? Watson. I'm having to fight the... Yes, High Life. I did see the High Life logo. There you go. I didn't make it up. Sweet. Good job, guys. Kevin Lukmansky in 4th, right behind Mark DeGraw. Those guys are teammates, so hopefully not too much squabbling over position from those guys, seeing as how I'm sure they're going to be interested in the team championship. They did fairly well last season. I think they got beat out by Houston and Aaron Parsons, possibly, if I remember correctly. And that's, stiff competition. We got some pretty strong teams on the grid. Obviously, the faster guys want to team up with the faster guy and really make a run at the team championship. So, teams like Joe LaCour and Andrew Werner. Werner's definitely capable of some speed and some good results. DeGraw and Lukmansky, powerhouse team right there. Cuppet and Matt Taylor, usually in the team championship hunt. Poor Omar there. I'm not sure if that was his fault or not his fault, but you get the car off track. They're a little tough. They're tough to deal with. Between the just maybe some bottoming out possibly, and then the dirt on the tires, and the way a set of course sort of heats up the tires when they are sliding around in the dirt. They get difficult, especially when you are just trying to fight to get them back on track, and you get them back on track and you don't quite have control of them. It's a hard spot to be in. But here's Santiago fighting with Sam Rolfe, I think. And we're down to the last few laps, so the auto camera is probably going to be a little bit excited. Martin Smith in 7th place, doing a fine job. Wampabun Racing, 1/2. Chasing John Wathen. He's got 1 or 2 laps to make a move. Sam Rolfe definitely very close to Santiago Ocampo. That position is being contested. And going through some of those faster sweepers, you really have to make a decision how close you want to be behind someone. Aero wash could possibly, sort of wash the car out a little wider than you wanted. and you definitely don't want to get these tires in the dirt at speed. Or really any time, for that matter. Looks like we have just over a lap to go. Joel Licor again, huge lead, running away with it. Houston in a very comfortable second place, just driving that one home. Mansky, DeGraw, a little bit ahead of Parsons. Probably not too much going to happen there. But definitely the closest battle on track right now. Oh, see, that's, I don't know. Did Martin get a little too close to Wathan? And, you know, with the tires being a little on the worn side and then the aero wash, maybe could have pushed him a little wider than he expected to go. And cost him just enough time to make the contested position uncontested. There's a lot of colors in the racing rainbow. I'm not sure if Wathan is also having some trouble with the tires. We're having a little bit of pop-in on the drivers. I've noticed that. I haven't figured out what to do about it yet. Sometimes you'll see the driver in the cars just sort of pop in. Like, hey, where's the driver? Boom, there they are. Joel, of course, got to be close to finishing at this point. It's again, that's like the same spot. He did the exact same thing. Let's see what Joel Licor is. He's coming around the final turn to the finish, and he will take first place. Houston. Oh, there's Jordia. Some other people finishing now. Houston in second, coming around. Wathan and Smith have locked in 6 and 7. They're probably down a lap, as a lot of people are. Looks like we have 5 people on the lead lap, and this is a pretty fast track. A lot of laps. 47 laps is not. You know, it's common to see a lot of cars getting lapped when you have that many laps. And, you know, lap time's sort of closer to the 1:15 range. Mansky in third. Looks like he passed DeGraw at some point. And then DeGraw will take 4th. And Parsons will take 5th. And Wathan got 6th. Smith got 7th. Moses got 8th. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? Smith got 8th. Moses got 9th. Philippe Gill got 10th. Jonathan Cuppet 11th. Sam Rolfe in 12th. Matt Taylor in 13th. Gary Roth 14th. Santiago Campo 15th. Mateo Mejia in 16th. Final points paying position. Gomez in 17th. Jordia 18th. Lou Mascarelli in 19th, Chuck Carter in 20th, and Sergio Calderon in 21st. And then Feemster, myself, David Zahn, Brian Story, David Rowley, and Kevin Miller all started the race and then DNF'd. So that is that. This is the North American GP Monday Open Wheel Series. There are still a few spots available. So if you'd like to get into one of these seats and drive these fantastic cars around some fantastic circuits, all of that information is on NorthAmericanGP.com. You can go sign up if you like. the videos. Feel free to donate some money. It helps, support the league and what we do. And that's it. I don't even know where we're going to be next week, but there will be another race next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for joining us. And oh, wait, I forgot. We got to see if we can get Jolicor in here. I don't even know. I don't have that right to move people. So I guess we're not going to talk to Jolicor. So anyway, that's it. Good evening.